This is why you need to trust your gut. Sometimes, that uneasy feeling you get isn't just your imagination running wild, it's your instincts trying to warn you. There are places in this world where the air feels heavier, where the silence seems to press in, and where your heart beats, just a little faster for reasons you can't explain. Some houses have secrets you really don't want to hear. The walls themselves seem to hold memories, and sometimes, those memories refuse to stay silent. Let's talk about the man who called from inside a wall. Back in the 90s, in a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood, there was a house that everyone whispered about. It looked ordinary from the outside, but the stories that came from within its walls were anything but. Every family that moved in said the same thing. Late at night, the walls would start to tap and whisper. It didn't matter who lived there, or how many times the house changed hands. The strange noises always returned. It always started small, a gentle knock, almost like the walls were breathing. The sound would echo through the empty hallways, growing louder as the night wore on. Sometimes it was so faint you'd think you imagined it. Other times, it was impossible to ignore. But then, the voice would begin. It was always a man's whisper, low and close, as if he was standing just on the other side of the drywall. The words were never clear at first. Just a murmur, a breath, a presence that made your skin crawl. For one teenage girl, it got truly chilling. One night as she tried to sleep, she heard it, clear as day, a whisper that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. A whisper, right by her ear. "I can see you." The words sent a jolt of terror through her, freezing her in place. She could feel the breath, cold and unnatural, as if someone was standing inches away. She ran to her parents' room, shaking. They told her it was just her imagination, until they heard it too. The tapping, the whispering, the unmistakable sound of a man's voice calling out from inside the wall. Desperate for answers, the family called the police. Officers arrived, pried open the wall, expecting to find someone hiding, or at least a crawl space. They searched every inch, shining flashlights into the darkness, hoping to uncover the source of the voice. But there was nothing. No room, no passage, not even a hollow spot, just solid wall. The officers exchanged uneasy glances, unable to explain what they'd heard. The family was left with more questions than answers. But the creepiest part, the voice never stopped. Even after the family moved out, the next renters heard the exact same thing. Night after night, the tapping and whispering returned, as if the house itself was alive and unwilling to let go of its secrets. Tapping, whispering, a man's voice softly calling their names, always from the same spot. No matter how many times the walls were checked, nothing was ever found. To this day, no one knows who, or what, was behind the whispers. Some say it was the spirit of someone trapped long ago. Others believe it was something far darker, something that fed on fear. The wall was empty, but the voice never left. It lingered, waiting for the next person to listen, to believe, to be afraid. So, next time you hear something go bump in the night, or a whisper that seems too close for comfort, remember this story. Sometimes, the things we fear most aren't just in our heads. They're in the walls, waiting. Maybe it's just the house settling, maybe it's just the wind, but maybe, just maybe, it's something else entirely. Or maybe, someone, or something, is still listening. And if you ever hear your name whispered from the darkness, trust your gut, and don't ignore the voice inside the wall.